If you're anything like most people, you've probably caught yourself doing your daily chores without much thought at all. We kind of just go through the motions. Or if you're like me, you might even be multitasking. I have definitely been known to put on an audiobook and try to power through all of the chores that need to get done. Now, this particular exercise today is in lieu of multitasking in the midst of your chores. Now, simply applying mindfulness isn't going to magically transform all of your to-do list items into this beautiful, sunny, can't wait to do this stuff sort of a vibe. But if we can choose to be present with at least one of our daily tasks, we can eventually find a little more satisfaction in those to-dos that are that prominent part of daily life. Now, modern technology is awesome. Those of you with a dishwasher probably already know this because washing dishes is a super time consuming chore. As someone who has lived both with and without a dishwasher, I can totally attest to this. There still, though, whether you have a dishwasher or not, is always going to be a certain amount of manual labor involved. Someone has to do the not so glamorous job of loading the dishwasher if you have one, or washing the dishes if you don't. So, in today's exercise, we'll all begin this together. However, when you hear the instruction to turn on the faucet, those of you with a dishwasher might want to check the links below to skip ahead to your part of the practice today. All right, let's give this a go. Let's begin by moving to your kitchen basin if you haven't already done so. And just take a moment to be still. Become aware of your breathing. Become aware of whether or not your mind is busy and chattering, taking you away from the focus of your breath. And sense into any tension that may be lingering in the body at this moment. This act of stilling the body and attempting to quiet the mind really helps to signal that this isn't going to be our normal dishwashing routine. Because every action that you take today needs your full focus. As if this was an activity that you wanted to savor every moment of. Remembering that the act of mindfulness requires us to be open to what naturally is occurring. And that includes tasks that aren't always so glamorous. Now go ahead and turn on your faucet. And just watch as the water fills your sink. Notice how the water froths as it reacts to the soap that you put in it. All the bubbles that emerge and float to the surface. And as you take your first item and place it into the sink, you move slowly. And as you clean, You become aware of each motion, each movement required of you to complete this task. Reaching for the sponge, moving the sponge on the surface of your plate or pot or whatever it is that you've opted to wash first. Sense into your skin that's making contact with the water. And notice what that item looks like as you rinse off all the suds. Maybe even holding the item up to the light to see your handiwork. All that scrubbing, scrubbed clean. And be mindful of how you place your items on the drying space. Just fully aware of the time it just took to scrub and rinse and stack your dishes. For those of you with a dishwasher, let's really slow down the loading or unloading of these dishes. It might feel kind of silly to do this slowly, but try to go at half the pace that you normally would for this task. Notice any thoughts that arise as a result of slowing things down. Is there a part of you that's like, oh my God, hurry up, let's move on to the next thing already? And if that voice is there today, just acknowledge it. We're culturally conditioned to be productive at all costs. So, of course, that voice is going to be there sometimes. You're not wrong or bad for thinking that way, but we are going to be aware of that thought. As you continue to load or unload your dishwasher at this nice and slow pace, take care to sense into your hands and the texture of each object as you either put it into the dishwasher or place those items back in their rightful home. And you can continue like this until the task is through. You might want to hit pause if you've got a bit more loading or unloading to do. And now, as you begin to finish this task, or I guess that's kind of an oxymoron, begin to finish. But as we come to our natural conclusion here, take a look at your kitchen, or at least the area where you've been working. And allow yourself to feel that sense of satisfaction that comes with completing a task. Where do you sense that satisfaction in the body? And we're purposefully focusing on the body here and not just the stories that our mind will tell us about a job well done. Do you notice a lightness in your chest? maybe just the pruniness of your hands, anything that signifies that satisfaction. Or do you feel it in the body? And as we wrap up for today, this is just a reminder that this exercise can be carried out with any one of your daily chores. We can bring this mindful approach to almost anything. And the ultimate goal is just to gift ourselves our full attention to the process so that we can give ourselves a break from this constant stream of internal chatter that tends to happen when we are completing chores. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. And if you would like to go deeper into this practice or would like to know more about holistic health in general, come visit me on Instagram at Outlook Good Feel Good. And I'll see you there. Take care.